Hello, my name is Kason Cox, and I'm here today to talk to you about why standardized testing is such an important topic for us to explore and why we need to address it. Standardized testing has an effect on everyone who has any level of education and is a large part of today's education system. It provides criteria for what teachers should teach and what students should learn. From the first grade until the end of an academic career, standardized tests plays a huge role. With standardized testing being such an influence in education, it has become an important topic that has been debated over the past few years. There are many opposing and supporting arguments for both sides. The Inside Higher Ed online newspaper published an article in February 2007 discussing why standardized testing is necessary. The main defense provided in the article is that standardized testing is so important because the results can be taken to predict educational outcomes in the future for the students, and also it provides demographical background of scores. So basically they can take the demographics and compare them, which will help the school systems once they get that information out. This can possibly allow improvements in specific areas, and instead of spreading resources thin. The tests give administrators a good idea of how much a student comprehends a particular subject. I interviewed Ms. Carla Carpenter, a teacher at Chattahoochee County Middle/High School, and she is against standardized testing for numerous reasons. Educators are expected to teach different levels of students who have different learning styles and also different learning abilities, but they get tested the same way. And she believes that there are many great students, like throughout the year, who works hard, makes good grades, but then they aren't good test takers. So when they go to take the test doesn't show how bright the kid really is. So it's kind of inadequate. And also the pressure of having one test put on everything. Basically in middle school for Georgia, if you fail one test, you can't pass the grade unless you're voted to pass. And she believes that this causes like test anxiety. So it puts so much pressure on one student, it could cause them to not perform to the level they should. Personally, I believe standardized testing is an important part of the educational system. I believe it needs to be in place, but it shouldn't be the sole source of measuring a student's academic ability. This is because there are many different factors that go along with the performance of students. Some examples are individual learning ability, learning styles, and the student's background and personal life. According to David Miller, Sadker, and Dr. Karen Zittelman, in the article Test Problems, 7 Reasons Why Standardized Tests Are Not Working, it's unreasonable to expect students with different learning environments to have an equal outcome. It is expected that lower income areas will perform poorly, and if not only for the lack of updates of equipment, supplies, and level of teachers. And the reason is the lower areas of income, you don't have as much money coming into the school system being put in and put out. And with that, all the good teachers that can go and find good jobs don't want to come into these systems. So then these systems are stuck taking teachers that really can't find a job anywhere else. Because, I mean, they don't have a choice. So the schools are stuck with bad teachers. And the test, although the test helps school systems and teachers improve on teaching standards that are met, it causes a problem because teachers begin to teach nothing but the test. And when taught this way, students don't always comprehend the correct way of how to do the material. And instead, they just find shortcuts and different techniques of test taking, and the answers don't truly teach them what they're supposed to know, and they just learn different ways to get around the problem. Standardized testing is a huge part of the education system, and it doesn't look to be going away anytime soon. There's much room for improvement in how we evaluate students' achievement, and I plan on seeing improvements in the education system in the years to come.